being periodically enlarged and beautified. Enormous statues adorned it. The Apis bull, a specially marked live bull, was kept at Memphis and worshipped as the incarnation of the god Osiris, though in certain legends it is also connected with the god Ta. At its death, public mourning was carried on, and an impressive burial of the bull was made at nearby Saqqara. When the tomb there was opened in the 19th century, investigators found the embalmed bodies of over 60 bulls and cows. The selection of a new Apis bull and its enthronement at Memphis was an equally elaborate ceremony. This worship may have influenced the rebellious Israelites in their idea of worshipping Jehovah through a golden calf. X 32. 4.5 The worship of the foreign goddess Astatio textoi acute muritra longo, menstruation 371 mi mukin mi middle dot mukan. The chief spokesman for the 7 Do-Persian princes on the occasion that Vashti refused to obey King Ahasuerus. As 1. 13-15 Mi Mukan's opinion was that Vashti had wronged not only the king, but also the princes and the people of the empire, and that she should therefore be removed as queen, so that all wives of the empire might learn to be obedient to their husbands. The king and the other princes agreed with Mi Mukan, and a royal decree to this effect was written among the unchangeable laws of the Medes and Persians. As 1. 16-22. These 7 princes of Persia and Media were versed in law and legal cases. They were the king's closest advisors, sitting first in the kingdom. As 1. 13-14 That the Persian court had such a council of 7 is confirmed by Ezra 7. 14. Menahem en Middle.hem one who comforts. Son of Gideon king of Israel for 10 years from about 790 BCE upon learning that Shallum had assassinated King Zechariah, Menahem went from Tirzah to Samaria and killed the assassin there. He then assumed rulership. Evidently during the early part of his reign Menahem struck down Tirzah and all that was in it and its territory out from Tirzah, because it did not open up. The town was apparently reluctant to open its gate to him. LXX, VG, see harsh treatment was meted out to the populace. All its pregnant women he ripped up. 2 Kai 15. 10, 13-17. Menahem did what was bad in Jehovah's eyes. He promoted calf worship, failing to depart from the sins of Jeroboam, the first king of the 10-tribe kingdom. During his reign, King Tiglath-Pileser III invaded Israel, and Menahem was forced to pay the Assyrian monarch 1,000 talents of silver. $6,606,000. He acquired this sum by imposing an assessment of 50 silver shekels upon each of the valiant, mighty men of Israel. Since a talent of silver equaled about 3,000 shekels, the silver was obtained from about 60,000 persons. Menahem gave the silver to the Assyrian king, that his hands might prove to be with him to strengthen the kingdom in his own hand. Upon receiving this amount, Pur withdrew from the land. 2 Kai 15. 19, 20. Menahem is named in an inscription of Tiglath-Pileser III as Menahem of Samaria mi al being listed there, along with Syrian King Rezin Rahinu and King Hiram Hiruammu of Tyre, different from the Hiram of David's day, as a ruler from whom that Assyrian monarch claims to have received tribute. Ancient Near Eastern Texts, edited by J. Pritchard, 1974, pages 282, 283. Menahem died about 781 BCE and his son Pekah succeeded him on Israel's throne. 2 Kai 15. 22. Menmieni. The opening word of the cryptic message miraculously inscribed on the plaster wall of King Belshazzar's banquet hall in Babylon on the night of October 5, 539 BCE Gregorian calendar, just before the city's fall to the Medes and Persians. According to Daniel, who was empowered by Jehovah to read the inscription and give its interpretation, the writing read: Men, Tekel and Parsin. Dar 5. 25. The inscription evidently consisted only of consonants and required intelligent and proper vocalization, as well as correct interpretation. The words themselves literally mean Amina, a shekel, and half shekels. In giving the accurate interpretation, Daniel said first, "This is the interpretation of the word. Men, God has numbered the days of your kingdom and has finished it." Dar 5. 26. Even that portion of the message should have made things clear to King Belshazzar. Jehovah had dethroned mighty Nebuchadnezzar, who has been more powerful than Belshazzar. So he should be able to cut down the number of days of Belshazzar's kingship and those of his co-regent and father, Nabonidus. Jehovah could bring the dynasty to its end. The word men appear twice in the inscription, perhaps because the message applied to both rulers in the kingdom of Otextoi acute Miritra Longo. Menoth 372 Hebrew term, dar middle. Where, which can denote illness. var 5. 17, is translated menstruating woman. The 15. 33. Is 30. 22 Menstruation is also meant by the phrase the customary thing with women. GE 31. 35. Unclean under law. According to the Mosaic law, a woman was considered unclean for 7 days during normal menstruation. The bed or any other articles upon which the menstruating woman might lie or sit were also rendered unclean. Anyone touching her or items she had made unclean was required to wash his garments and bathe, and that one remained unclean until the evening. If her menstrual impurity came to be upon a man lying